Moving on to park renovation. Gary, you want to say a few words?
Well, representing the park committee, we did get you some numbers. We are short maybe a little bit on we don't know the exact numbers on lighting. But, and the tub is just a little questionable too, but we're sitting at $10,353. And I would say at the extreme, $11 would cover it all. We got the cement work all figured in, toilets, plumbing, and right now they got everything done with the roof, and Hoppy took the fireplace out, made a big improvement there, got that all cleaned out there, and we're saying that we'd like to have the council go forward with try to get that grant. If they would back us up with half 11,000. Project, I'm pretty sure 11,000, according to Marlene and I, would come up with the numbers pretty well. I think we're strong on 11, but we went down to Mike Lauer and didn't quite get the lighting quite down yet. But we put it at that $1,000. We think we're high. But anyway, it's about $11,000 project. We got to apply for this grant in about a month. And if the council would come along with the $5,500, I'm pretty sure we can get this done. Maybe we need a little dirt moved in and a little sand.
Last time we complete, last time we said it was split in half with the community club.
Yeah. Well, we can go with the community club, but I've been kind of informed that there is money available from the Gosh Fund that
We had
never used.
$7,000 donated. Well, actually, we had $14,000 donated by Wilma Gosh last year. Half of it was used on the park renovation project. The other half was set aside for the pool project. And now we're not doing the pool project, so we have that $7,000 donation available to use for another project.
So if we would get that money, that would help. Or if they don't want to go that route, maybe the community club would match that $5,500. But if you have the 55 laying there, we appreciate it, and the community club would donate the money to another project or whatever would be feasible. I'm sure they would be. They usually don't throw it away. They usually go to a good project. So that's kind of where we're standing.
Do you have a proposed start date? Do you have a proposed start date?
Well, it'd be next maybe June or March, whenever the weather's right. But they did take that fireplace out and that roof deal and that Hoppy, and I went and looked at it. It just made quite a difference right there. Just clean that up. And we put a new paint job in there. We redo the bathrooms. The stools right now are sitting straight across from each other. So we'd like to move the stool to the back end, so that way you could have wheelchair accessible. It would make that a lot easier getting in and out. And I think we can just trench that out with cut it with a cement and move them stools. And paint the walls.
And I am looking into a Keep Iowa Beautiful grant through Vogels to get the paint.
Yeah, we might get the paint free. We just got to have a guy with a good sprayer, and this thing would look 100% better than what it does now.
How long are you looking at completion project?
Well,
Start to finish, 6 weeks, 2 months?
I think 6 weeks. If the cement deal goes, the plumbing is not a big issue. And the lights, they got a roof. I'm sitting in there. It's what would you call it? Wood. Yeah, we can either go up into that ceiling so the lights can't knock them out with there's a couple of different ways to go with that ceiling. So then you can't hit the bulbs out because the surface would be flat. We'd have to add a few more lights. Right now there's 6 bulbs in there. If we painted it all up and brightened it up and put in maybe 8, maybe 9 lights in there where they can't hit the bulbs out, we probably could get by without having to steel mesh over them.
Some of the lighting that we did look at and ask for pricing on is lighting that they consider vandal resistant. And some of them have an actual metal cage that goes over the light. We also looked into motion sensors for when someone goes, we were going to put them on all 4 corners and then one in the back of the shelter house so that if someone passes by the motion sensors, actual lights will come on, and if they go into the shelter house, a light will come on.
Motion sensors, or sometimes the dog goes by or something like that, lights come on.
No, we could have a little trouble there, but that's nothing done since '74, and there's a lot of people using the park, then we spent the money to make that look nice, and I think for next year's project, this ain't a bad deal if we could get a grant for, say, $5,500 from the committee, you know, at Sac City.
Well, I'll make a motion that we match 50% of the cost of this project as you presented it tonight.
Providing a grant goes through, is that how you want to do it?
Yeah, I guess to match 50% of the project up to the project cost on the other half with the grant.
Motion's been made, do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve $5,500 to the shelter park renovation,
50%.
or 50%, I'm sorry.
That's what I got.
50% lower number.
50%.
That's what I've got, 50%. grant match.
50%.
Probably cap that way they can't put more on there.
That's what I just
I know this guy pretty well.
want to cap that at 5,500.
Yeah.
All right, I'll amend that 50% up to 5,500.
And I'll second it.
Been moved and seconded to approve the shelter park renovation up to $5,500 or 50% of the cost. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed nay.